Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton at markrushton.com. It is Sunday, August 1st, 2021. And I haven't kind of had really a conversation here lately. It's either been real to recon or should I continue podcasting or all that sort of stuff. It's just me talking to the camera here with a little beautiful piece of art here. This is called Marsh Glow. This is an acrylic ink on Tyvek painting. It's available in my eBay art store as of August 1st, 2021. Go to markrushton.com. Click on the link to the eBay art store where you can see many more paintings just like this. And I'll get back to painting eventually. Right now, I just do not have the mental capacity to devote to art. You need time, and you really need fewer distractions. Fewer distractions. And like I said, I don't watch TV. I do watch like some YouTube videos or something like that, but I do not watch the news. I don't read the news. It's like that scene in Raiders from the Lost Ark. It's like, shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it, no matter what happens. But I do occasionally like to get on here and talk about not necessarily the art because that's on hiatus, but about the music stuff. And I could probably sound like a broken record, but yeah, I keep making playlists every single day, and I get them transferred. I build them on one platform. Actually, I build them on Spotify, and then I transfer them to all the other services that I subscribe to, whether I have paid accounts or free accounts. And I use Soundease for that, Sound IIZ, and um, it's an experiment. And is it working out? I don't know. Just at this point, there's some indications on some services where I do get data that is working a little bit on some services, but there are a lot of services out there that I don't get any preliminary data on. I don't get any daily data or weekly data or anything like that. I don't get anything until the royalties are paid out. And that's a minimum of 3 to 4 months. And then if you want to observe any momentum, 6, 7, 8 months or something like that. Again, if you subscribe, like I subscribe to 6 different music streaming services. I really only use 1.5 to any degree for personal listening. But it's a minimum expense, and it's I don't know what to say. I looked at the data. 70% of my listeners listen from playlists, either public playlists that I have built, that other people have built. People have found the tracks, they put them into playlists, they listen to the stuff, and they kind of become their own self-perpetuating money-making machines. It's weird. It's so bizarre. Right? So I discovered that 70% are from playlists. About 30% of my listeners and royalties come from internet radio services, which would be like Pandora Radio or Spotify Radio, something like that. iHeartRadio, Slacker Radio, things like that. But that's, again, I don't have the cheat code. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that got into those systems. It's a mystery. All those genomes and algorithms and stuff. You can't prime that pump. All you can do is just, release material regularly and, try to figure out through the processes what makes it, what makes the computer happy, I guess. I don't know. The other thing out there, and this is one thing I've never really talked about, is I don't do any syncs and SYNC, synchronization rights. I don't, and I have stuff out on my website. You want to sample my music, or you want to use my music, or whatever like that. I have that out there just in case. And it's a stumble upon, right? You never know. Somebody might run into. You never know. You have to be prepared professionally to a certain degree. But I don't have anybody. I'm not part of a music publishing firm. I don't have anybody working my catalog on my behalf. And so, I know other artists who earn part of their living from synchronization rights, and they get into TV shows and films and all that sort of episodic TV, things like that. And that's a mystery. I think that's mostly about, it's a whole different level of professional. And I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine on my own, and I'm just not. Uh, maybe I'll look into that someday, but I'm not. That's it's something new, and if I can't make paintings during this time, why would I even begin to think about? Well, maybe I should try to get some of my music into music, get some of my music into films and TV shows. Yeah, we'll worry about that later, right? We'll worry about that later. But as far as playlists, I have a method. I just keep evolving it. I've been kind of really at it now here for about 10 months, but I've only been kind of serious about it since maybe the first of the year, and maybe the last 6 months here. And I don't know. So I look back at the previous playlists that I've made, public playlists, and how I compile them, title them, graphics, descriptions, all that sort of stuff. And it's been a learning process. And it's not the kind of I don't think it's the kind of thing that you can teach to anybody. It's something that you have to go through. At least you have to have that drive to do that sort of stuff, to make those things on a daily basis. And that's why I have a calendar reminder at the same time every day. Because if I haven't done it by then it just snooze, 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 and until I get those playlists made and distributed out to the various systems. But it's just diligence, persistence, evolving, trying to figure out new ways to sell that my catalog. Like I say, you try to sell the same song 500 different ways. Can you do that? I'm trying to figure out how to do that. That's it's a mystery. It's a puzzle, right? And it's an experiment too. Everything is an experiment. I'm a process guy. That's my day job. My day job, is in software testing and analyzing requirements that have been developed and all that sort of stuff, and maybe making, trying to figure out how everything is put together. I suppose it's sort of like engineering, but it's software engineering, and it's an aspect of that. And so I try to apply that over to the music, the intellectual, also known as intellectual property. Um, so, but I don't know. As I like to say, I'm a little too abstract, right? Kind of like this painting here. But there's this other thing I've discovered recently. I didn't find it anywhere. It sort of happened to me. Sort of a fantasy for down the road, right? And it's called the 75 cent a day rule. And it was kind of like it's like a goal, right? Make something that earns 75 cents a day in perpetuity. And that's what I'm kind of trying to achieve with the playlists. The number of playlists I make every day and how I distribute those out to different systems. And what can we do here, right? What is that? 75 cents a day. Well, if you make something that makes 75 cents a day starting tomorrow, or average out over the course of a year, and then the next day you make something that makes 75 cents a day, and then the next day it's like that. What do you have in a year? You have something that's making you $100,000 a year. And maybe that's a goal, right? I don't know whether that's possible. Maybe it's 7.5 cents a day, right? $10,000. I'd be fine with that too. That'd be kind of fun. That's a good side hustle, right? $10,000 a year, just working a little bit every single day based on your catalog, your intellectual property. I don't know. So it's an experiment. Like I said, it's an experiment. It's an experiment. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like talking about that sort of stuff, and I don't have anybody to talk to about it. Not really on my level, not around here, and so that's why I talk to the camera. That's why I kind of repeat this over and over again. I mean, I don't want to bore other people. If you made it this far, it's a miracle, right? But that's it's goals. It's I have this catalog. It doesn't do anything sitting on a shelf. You got to get it out there, have other people experience. I mean, there's a track that I released that I made 20 years ago. It was a beat oriented instrumental electronic track, and I didn't release it at the time, and then I released it a few years ago under a different name, and then it got into systems, and it made not a huge amount of money. It made some money, and again, it's not sitting on the hard drive. I got it out there, and then I figured out all the different ways to try to incorporate that into playlists that people would be interested in. It's bizarre. It's weird. So I don't know. I know it's geeky. It's geeky. Yeah, I don't have the cheat codes. Yeah, I like to experiment. I like to check out the process. All right, I'm done. Getting into rambling mode here, but it's Sunday, August 1st. Mark Rushton and markrushton.com. I'm not giving anything away except, kind of how my mind is working this. You'll hear more in the future. I'll talk to you later.